My prayers have been answered this morning. I made quite possibly the best collection for the channel and business going forward, and I want to show you exactly what I've got. And then lastly down here, I haven't even gone through this box yet of what we've got. Oh, look at M5 head again. I have got a lot of sorting to do, which involves these boxes here, and I thought whilst going through them individually, writing a bit of a stock take for all of them, I thought I'd bring you along for the journey, as this right here is a great start and a great backbone to what I want to achieve over the next few years. Now, I've skimmed through the boxes, manufacturers, brands, models, shafts, to see exactly what we've got here. But the main thing is there is a lot, and there's a lot more that I'm going to have to do from here on out as well to make it a substantial collection. But this is definitely a great start, and it's definitely going to require a bit of time to get through all of this stuff. So let me talk about exactly how this is all going to work. So I've collected these from a very good friend of mine who runs a pro shop and obviously Clubfits himself, and everything you're about to see in these boxes has been well stored in a container, gathering dust, virtually useless to most professionals. Apart from myself, this stuff is gold, and a great start to the theory if you want to go and get fitted for a major brand set of irons. Obviously you won't get them brand new, but you've only got a budget of £300, £250, £400, you can come and try some older models, different lengths, different lies, different shafts, and then ultimately after we get to the right number and model, we try and find the closest match on eBay, Facebook, Gumtree, or anywhere online that has your specs. And to say I've only got a few shafts would be an understatement. We've got different lengths, we've got different lies, we've got different models and brands, which I've now got to shift through and see exactly what we've got. But we've got some great heads as well to start off with. There's even more heads down the bottom here as well. And I'm very excited to see what we have to even start this collection, as this is just a starting point. We've got years and years to go back in time and gather, because this is only the start of the collection. Everything that you see here is just going to get cheaper and cheaper as years go on. So even though some of these iron sets at the moment would retail for $550, $600, in 3 years time, they're going to retail at $300. $250, which, let's be honest, just fills me with a tiny bit more excitement. I am still currently selling vouchers, priority 1 hour for £50 for some of you guys that already got on contact, and thank you ever so much for that, as well as designing a plaque for the first 100 of you guys that do come for that lesson / secondhand Clubfit, as it is somewhat getting there. All the money is using to fund the project to try and get it up to scratch as quickly as possible. So if you're interested, sasgolfacademy@gmail.com. I will be based in Newbury, UK, England. We're definitely starting to make some strides, and thank you to everyone that's already bought a voucher. So I'm going to go through the boxes and obviously get everything out, try and get it in some kind of order so I know what I've got and obviously what I'm going to have to add in the future. But as you can see, quite a lot of these heads are 2 years old, 2-3 years old, which is quite a great era, as I'm not particularly fussed about the technology that these ones would have against, let's say, 5-year-old models, but you're just more likely to find a secondhand set in good condition with more recent models. For example, these JPX 919 tours, 40 pitch and wedge, I think you could get at £350, £300, maybe £400 in really good condition, and there'll be tons of them in stiff, tons of them in reg, maybe 2 degrees upright, quarter of an inch shorter. And if this is the one that you so happen to fall in love with, we shouldn't have that much issue trying to find it. Opposed to if I had some JPX 850 tours from back in the day, it's going to be cheaper, but probably harder to find in your specs. And there's also bonuses and downsides to each. As you can see, we've got a lot of different heads. We've got tailor-made Sim 2s, for example. We've got Titleist T200s. Again, these are all falling in price. I think I saw a... There it is. I think I saw a Titleist T100S model as well in there. So we could potentially look at like combo sets, T100, MP20, as well as an MP20 MB. You're starting to get an idea. And this is only one box. I've got 2 others here, which is very exciting. First box, we've got the P790. I think this is going to be a fan favourite, especially some of the older models as well. I'm not going to lie, P790 in the iron market, as well as the newer P770, has absolutely dominated the market. Not to mention, I'm going to have a lot of left-handed stuff as well. Lovely little P7MC there as well. It goes on and on. This is incredibly exciting. Lastly, before I try and get this all into some order, maybe show you some of the shafts, we got some Ping stuff. Not only that, we've got Ping G series. This right here, again, £250 for a full set of clubs is going to be a big winner. With a light graphite shaft or regular steel, this is going to be a very popular option with a good amount of supply in the second-hand market. And I think I even saw older, like again, these go for hardly anything. The Ping IE1 series as well goes for hardly anything. But if you like it, you hit it, you try it, and you find it works, and you can find a set for £200, you're absolutely laughing. Ping G Max, again, absolute unit. I think I saw something a slightly bit older. Ping I25. Again, you will grab these for next to nothing on the second-hand market, but these are invaluable for myself. Just having the ability to fit someone with a club that's near on 6 years old. The hard work is trying to find somewhere that sells similar to your spec, which is the only downside. But considering you're going to be buying a set for £200 opposed to 800 to 900, I think we can let go maybe some of the particulars if we don't have the 1 degree upright, but we have the standard, and maybe we bend them, or you find a 1/4 inch longer opposed to 1/2 inch longer. Because ultimately, if you don't get on with any of these or the set that you find, well, you can just sell them for the exact same amount of money. And then we get on to the shafts. This is one of the biggest things that I've been after, because a lot of manufacturers use the same shafts year on year, like KBS Max shaft. That was used for 4 years, 5 years with the same model. And again, I want to make sure the shafts are as close to as possible when we do a fitting, and we try and find the one that works for you. But if we find a set with a similar profile, and maybe rather than a 95 gram shaft, we find an 85 gram, whatever it is, again, there will be some tolerance. And even though we'll try and find the best set for you, ultimately you're getting a club that should be close enough to your profile, especially if you're beginning, mid-handicapper, for you at least to learn with, play with, and get better with. And then lastly, down here, I haven't even gone through this box yet of what we've got. Oh, look, an M5 head again, gentlemen. We've almost got 4 years worth of generation of clubs already in this box, and this could not be a better start that I could have wished for. Okay, I'm going to shift through all of these now, put them in some kind of order, get them out on the table to see exactly what I've got, because to be honest, I can't quite picture it when they're in the cardboard. So let me talk about a few of the things that I'm going to have to now find and source, because this is going to be a never-ending battle going forward of obviously trying to complete the set. But unlike most pro shops, a lot of this stuff only has like a 2-year cycle at most, and then the new fitting cart turns up with maybe the same shafts but obviously different heads. So a lot of this stuff is going to stay with me for quite a long time, and until it's so old it's just difficult to find it in good condition. For example, like these MP4s, beautiful irons, no question about that, and you could probably get them at a great price. But what's the chances we get them in the right shaft for you and the right loft and length, or as close to it as possible? Whereas actually if we went to like the MP18s, for example, we'd probably have a better chance finding a closer match for not that much money. So that's my thoughts and theories. Let me show you exactly what we got. We have a good selection of Mizuno shafts, and to be fair with Mizuno, they don't really swap out their shafts all too often. They keep it very similar year from year, which will make this process quite easy. And any new updates, obviously I'll have to source to try and get a hold of, so we can try and get as close as possible. TaylorMade does change their iron shafts quite a lot, not really in terms of the actual brand or the manufacturer, but they do change in terms of the decals, the coloring system. As you can imagine, this fits the M6 very well with their graphite Atmos shaft, and they do color coordinate their clubs, irons and heads very well to make sure they look aesthetically pleasing. However, with the Pings and Tightlers, I haven't got that many shafts, i.e. I've only got 2, 3 Tightler shafts and none when it comes to the Ping clubs, and that's not an issue. That's something that I'm going to have to find, because We've got some absolute gems in here with the Ping clubs. And one thing I do love about Ping irons, they last an incredible long time. Apart from sometimes this bad boy in the back here, these weights, especially in the older models, like this G25, I've definitely known that to pop out quite a bit. But it's nice to have these heads here because 250 for a set, 180 to 200 for a set. Matt Fitzpatrick, oh, I can't remember, did he win with the 5.6s or the 5.5s? I mean, just having this in my presence is great, and just for some of you to try, because you can get those for £150, under £200 for a full set. Obviously, you've got some ladies' heads, and we've got some Kalea heads here as well. Again, that's something that I'm going to be looking to obviously sort out, because I want to make sure that even for the niches, because I don't mind looking after the stock, it's not like that left-handed set's going to drop in value like most brand new stuff. I can sit on these irons for an incredibly long time, giving yourself a good chance to obviously try all the left-handed stuff that we have here. TaylorMade, lots of left-handed stuff. Mizuno, I've got tons of left-handed stuff. Ping and Titleist, not that much left-handed stuff. But again, this is a good start. So very quick video there, guys, bit of an update, and I'm excited to hopefully get the keys at the end of this week so we can start putting it all together. If you like this video, leave it a like, subscribe if you're new. Catch you guys later.